Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the atmospheric structure of our world around us, and this time we will analyze one historical phenomenon that fascinates me for long. I know a little bit about Germany, German politics, and I spent some time there, and there is a party with quite long tradition as for the political party, because these traditions are going down to the 1860s, and even famous mathematician and British leftist philosopher Bertrand Russell wrote a brochure, one can even call a book, about German social democracy. Yes, I'm talking about Social Democratic Party of Germany, so Sozialdemokratische Partei Deutschlands. And this party in recent decades is, honestly speaking, declining, but it's really declining miserably. And now the question is why? Because for many decades, since 1860s, this party was having huge support of German masses and was representing some parts of the society. They were claiming to represent workers, but we know that social democratic parties, they work in practice as labor unions. They use workers to fix their stuff and keep power, but officially they were representing workers and working suppressed groups. Yes. And now, not so many people want to vote for them. They are getting less than 20% of support of popular vote, so it's really amazing, taking into account that 20-30 years ago it was easy for them to make 30% in popular vote in Germany. What happened? And I was thinking quite long about it, and the conclusion is that especially in recent decades, since 1960s, second half of 1960s, when welfare state in Germany was introduced, and actually there is not much social division in German society. Of course, there is this business political elite mixed with the former aristocracy, all of these fonts with these people having prefix before their surname, but they are not so visible, not so numerous. The vast majority of German society is actually living more or less with the same standards, and they earn more or less the same money. All of this gradual increase of salary, all of these payment systems in Germany make you with time almost all of the people or almost all of the positions look the same, financially speaking. So I postulate that SPD fall victim to its own, not only theirs, because they were, for instance, saying about in the late 19th century of introduction of 8 hours long working day or introduction of retirements, but of course their deputies didn't do it, but imperial government did it. That is why how it is with leftists. They always claim that they would like to introduce something good for people, but they never do it. Others do. But now even we see that claims SPD was doing, and that claims that they were representing working people and taking care of their everyday life, their living conditions, these claims make no sense, because everyone in Germany lives relatively good or very good. There are not hungry people, there are not homeless people, so many, there are not really poor people. So the layers of society to which SPD can address its program actually do not exist anymore in Germany in large numbers. That is why this may also explain why SPD is turning into this all leftist agenda and more stupid programs, because they are desperately, some of people from this party who are aware of the current situation of the party, they are desperately looking for the electorate, for voters, for people to support them. That is why they are adopting all of this crazy LGBT and other agendas to look desperately for the social support. Seemingly it doesn't work well, and each elections we see gradual decline of this party, and one can say that it became a victim to partly their own success, because the postulates they were just giving to German society were finally fulfilled in recent decades, and there are no poor people, so there is no addressee for them. That is why, in my opinion, SPD is declining from German political landscape, and it's very good, because this party didn't bring anything positive to the German society and to the European societies. Bye bye SPD, let's hope soon for good.